A severe weather outbreak is likely beginning this evening and lasting into Sunday in the early morning hours, bringing the possibility of tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. The Severe Prediction Center, run by the National Weather Service, has issued an enhanced 3 out of 5 risk for our area, which is in the middle of the risk scale for today. However, tomorrow is my main concern, as we are now under a 5 out of 5 high risk, which has only been issued 2 days out 3 times. So that's a big concern of mine. And the reason that's a big concern of mine, as we track out these storms, you see some storms develop tonight, some even strong, that may be capable of producing tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. However, those move into Alabama and Tennessee in the early morning hours. However, we see another line of storms start to develop. It's going to be much weaker than the first, and it won't take much energy out of the atmosphere. And why that's important? Because this main line of storms behind that, associated with this cold front, will have a lot of energy to develop storms off of. And as you can see, we have these kidney bean shaped storms as we know them. They are called supercells, and they are often present when tornadoes form in the areas that tornadoes form. So as those move through tomorrow afternoon, we'll see a lot of them, and they'll be widespread, bringing a potential severe weather or a tornado outbreak to our area. And those will move out and into Alabama and Georgia as we head into the late evening tomorrow. However, we may see some storms as this line moves east behind this main line. So that's something I'm watching out for as well. And just by Sunday morning, most of these storms will move out. We may have a lingering storm or two. However, it's looking good as you go on into your Sunday. If you plan on going to church or spending the day outdoor, it will be a little cooler. As all of this is happening because the atmosphere is very primed for development of severe thunderstorms. We have a lot of energy, and it will really peak around 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon as a bunch of energy is jettied north towards our area. However, by Sunday, that energy will stabilize a little bit. Forecast rotation models are picking up on a little bit of rotation already in the future cast for these storms. Some tomorrow morning early, some into the afternoon hours, and then a lot as we head into the early evening hours. As you can see, some extreme rotation in Oktibbeha County. And so as we head into the evening hours, we still see some rotation, not as much, and then really just none as we enter Sunday. But it's important to know where you live and where you are on a map. This is a Mississippi County map of northeast Mississippi. This is where Mississippi State is in Oktibbeha County, because the National Weather Service issues watches and warnings based on county. So you need to know where you are so you can react quickly based on those advisories by the National Weather Service. And ways to stay weather aware as we head into tonight and tomorrow: monitor your media outlets, make sure you have an alert system on, make sure you have a weather radio or an alternative to that, and make sure it's powered up. Have your wireless emergency alerts on your iPhone or Android. Have a weather app, not one of the national brands, your local weather stations, a lot better than the national brands. And have a understanding of where you are in consideration to an outdoor siren, because if you're outdoors, you need to be able to hear that outdoor siren. You shouldn't be outdoors, but it just sometimes happens that way. So as we go into tomorrow, if a tornado warning is issued and you don't have a basement, you need to get into that lowest interior-most room, usually a closet or bathroom, away from exterior walls and windows. Get your bicycle helmet, get a mattress, something like that, and shelter in place, hunker down with your family and loved ones if you have them. And if you have a basement or outdoor underground shelter, you need to shelter in those whenever a tornado warning is issued. So where to seek shelter in Starkville? If you live in a dorm, seek shelter in the lowest floor or in a hallway. However, if you live in an apartment, seek shelter on the lowest floor in a bathroom or a closet. If you don't have access to that lowest floor, ask your neighbor, and if they say no, go to the nearest FEMA certified tornado shelter, which is at 985 Lynn Lane in Starkville.